Okay, NXT. I want to make this very clear. I'm going to do the show right now. I'm going to tell you what I feel, and then I'm going to rant for a couple of minutes afterward. And I want to make this very clear. If you look at the majority of the show, it was alright. Not saying it was perfect, not saying it was good. It was okayish for what it was. Opening. We got Miss Parker versus Lash Legend. Let's make it clear. I like Miss Parker. And Lash Legend has finally grown on me that I respect her work. It may not be perfect, but everyone else can now see what I saw in Lash, that which she's been booked properly, the Bully Jubilee works. Before it did not work because she did not feel a bully. She didn't have that personality. She just had Miss I'm Glamour, kind of like with Blake Monroe. But now she's good. I'm alright with her. And the match was alright. I did not expect Lash to lose here. I literally expected her to win, and she did. But Miss Parker didn't stand for that, and now they're having a fight again right after the match because Miss Parker got her ass cleaned. Okay, that's not a bad thing. It's okay. It's not bad seeing them work together because they really don't know what they want to do with Lash or what they want to do with Miss Parker yet. Next, round 1 of the Speed Championship. We got Xia Brookside versus the Evil Pixie of Candice. Well, you know the reason I'm botching here? I was hoping that Xia would be allowed to move forward and then face the next person, because then it would look like WWE is willing to at least let TNA look good. And Xia had worked the Mae Young Classic. She worked in NXT UK. You would think that she would be allowed to move forward. This isn't about her winning. It's just making it look like TNA does have the ability to go up against wrestlers in NXT and actually could make it. She doesn't. And that was a dumb thing to do. I'm sorry. Candice LeRae, I don't see the reason why she's even there, other than to be a body, which she should have just lost, because then at least it would show that TNA wrestlers can show up there and could actually get somewhere. Even if they don't make it all the way, it would have been alright, but no. Moving on. And it was near the end of the 3 minutes. I think it was 40 seconds before the 3-minute timer is up. Oh, almost forgot. I wrote it here. I had to write it here. Tell me what this reminds you of in TNA, or at the time, Impact Wrestling. The Impact Grand Championship. Yep, it's just like the Impact Grand Championship. The only difference is the Impact Grand Championship had about 4 rounds, and it was like 6 minutes to each round, or no, 2 minutes for each round, I believe. 2 or 3 minutes. Here's 3 minutes. It's the same concept. Moving on. Jordynne Grace goes up against Armstrong. I forgot her first name. I think Kathleen Armstrong. I could be wrong. Let me give it to you like this. This all started because of Blake Monroe in the back when Jordynne Grace is obsessed to destroy Blake Monroe for what she did to her. And then Armstrong, who is currently the Evolved champion, not the Speed champion, that is a Saruka, who I do still like very much. She says, You think you own this place. You know what? I'm going to make you learn. You don't own nothing. You don't own WWE. You don't own NXT. I do. And she did an okay job, but it was obvious she was sloppy. Now, I'm not going to tell you that Jordynne didn't mess up a little bit. She did mess up at least once or twice, but the match was fine. It was alright. In the end, once she won the match, Blake comes out. They start sprawling. And then Blake gets busted in the mouth, where it's supposed she's bleeding from the mouth, which it was a very, very dark color, which didn't buy it. Unless it was real, which I don't think it was, I didn't buy it. They tried to make it so, and it's alright to try and do this, that they are willing to go to any lengths to destroy each other. But did they need blood for it? No, they didn't. They already got a alright to decent story. Throwing blood into it means they really don't believe Blake Monroe is 100% over, and they want to make her even more aggressive because they don't completely believe that she can get over enough. I'm not saying that's the wisest thing to do, but that's what they did. Next, we get Biggs. Well, let me give it to you like this. Seeing that Josh had his moment with Devon Evans, and I'll talk about that next. I didn't expect him to lose against Andre Chase, which I've said already. What is Chase U for? It's nothing. Chase U means nothing. It's useless. And when you see Connor and Kyle, I think it's Kyle and Connor. I'm trying to remember. I know one of them is named Kyle. I think one of them is named Kyle. The other one might be named Connor. I'm not remembering clearly. Mostly due to the fact they don't mean anything. You don't see them much on TV, and the Chase U angle sucks. They should have never brought it back. I can see Chase being their mentor, but bringing back Chase U made no sense whatsoever. When Ridge Holland ended it, it should have stayed ended. It should be gone. But they brought it back. Even if they don't show it, I still think of Chase U and it's garbage. Of course, Briggs won. And he destroyed Kyle. And he destroyed, I think it was Kyle and Connor. He destroyed them both. Put one through a table. The other one got destroyed on the floor. I'm just like, really? Now, let's go through what we saw in the back. And in the ring. Devon Evans, like I said, was going to do. Was I upset about Devon Evans dealing with Briggs and getting his ass handed to him? Due to the fact that he thought that Briggs was going to be the Undertaker, but the reason he thought that is because he's down on himself, because he truly believed he was going to win a heat wave. He told his little sister that he is going to win that damn title, did not. He feels like he let everyone down. And the fans were cheering for him, saying, we still love you. Fine. Briggs comes out and they're saying, Briggs, get out. Briggs, get out. They even did that during the match. They said, Briggs, go away. And Chase, you can stay. And they did that also. Briggs, go away with Devon Evans. Now, here's the thing. Hearing Briggs say the reason you didn't get anything was because you're not man enough. And look what happened with Ricky Saints. He jumped your ass when you could have fought for and demanded it in a match. You lost. Because Ricky stepped over you. And that's when the fight happened, and he got his ass laid out and got himself put through a chair. And Ava said next week you can have him. Do I care about this story? I don't know. It's going to depend what they're going to do with Briggs. They've already had him go through Inamura. They already had him go through Femi. Now they're going to put him with Devon Evans. He's got to do something else, or this is just wasted space for him. And I don't know how long they're going to keep on the roster. Because as it stands, he's been put through several angles that seem to get him somewhere. And then they just put him back to square one over and over again. I don't know how long he's going to stay on the NXT roster. And if he's going to go to the main roster or not. I don't know. I'm not checking to see if his contract is near expired. I'm not checking. But that's what it feels like. Next. Dark State. I'm going to say this. Seeing about Lennox and Cutler were the only two that really had any feeling. Sugar or Shug and Osiris just didn't feel very important. But the other two did. And that leads me into the match. When we had Dark State versus Femi with Hank and Tank and with... I know there's more stuff I could talk about here, but I just want to get this over with because it pisses me off. Let's make this very clear. They've done the same angle over and over again for months. Can they coexist? Can they coexist? Can they coexist? You put Femi with Ricky Saints, who is going to be his challenger at No Mercy. It made no sense, even though Hank and Tank tried to hype it up, tried to make it funny, and did what they did during the match and called Joe Henry to be their secret weapon. It's still the same thing. Can they coexist? Who is doing this? Is it HBK or is it Triple H? I don't care if it's HBK. I don't care if it's Triple H. This is the same thing that Vince did every single fucking time. The same thing. The same damn thing. Just stick them together in a tag match. Can they coexist? And then try to build a story around that. And it's boring. Let's make this very clear. Was the rest of the show bad? No. Seeing that Stax is still messing with a Ariana Grace. I'm not too surprised about, particularly when she had that interaction with Blake Monroe before Jordan Grace came in and started that business. So it's okay. Hopefully they will do something with them for real and not just keep teasing it. But let's make this very clear. The opening wasn't bad with Lash and Jada Parker. The Xia Brookside and Candice LeRae is not one of the greatest wrestlers, but she's pretty solid. It was alright, but I don't agree with Xia losing. It would have been nice to see her go to the next match, but we didn't get that. Then we got Jordan Grace with Armstrong, which I really don't care. You can say whatever you want about Evolve being a great show, but it's on Tubu. Tibu. I believe that's what it's called. Tibu. And I don't care about Tibu because I don't watch it. It's just like Speed. I don't care about Speed. Even though they brought the Speed title in, my guess eventually the Evolve title will also be brought in as well. And it'll be merged with one of those titles. Maybe the NXT Women's title, just to get rid of it. Because the Speed title is now the Intercontinental title. I don't see the Evolve title meaning anything. But they wanted to make her mean something. I would have liked to see her just drop the title and move to NXT. But they're not ready for her yet. That's what we get. But when you see the ending of the show, can they coexist? And I know you're going to say, dude, what about Lola Vice? Because I didn't miss Lola Vice. But honestly, seeing a vid pack about Lola and her life as being a Cuban American I'm not against her. I'm making it very clear. This is not about her and her life story in Florida. She's a Cubano, as she said. Or Cubana, or whatever they will call themselves. I don't follow Spanish culture. I grew up in a black family. So for me, it doesn't really mean anything to me. It doesn't mean I hate it. It's just I didn't grow up with it. But seeing her with that means she's got to be pushed in some way. I don't think she will be. She's here. She should feel like she's here, but she's here. So I don't know what it means. What she's going to go through. Hopefully it's good, but I don't know. But this, again, pisses me off. Can they coexist? Vince did that ad nauseum. And you already know, guys, and it's impossible to deny it, you already know how Silver Lake WWE operates. JD already understands it. He's seeing it now. I warned for more than a year. Guys, we don't know what was going to happen with Vince. He got replaced by The Rock. We don't know what Ari is going to decide to do. And guess what Ari did? He sold the damn company to Silver Lake, no matter how much shares they got of the company. He sold it. He is the CEO of Endeavor Group Holdings. He is not the owner of WWE anymore or of USC. He owns nothing. He's just a CEO. You never know what Ari was going to do, and he sold the company. And I said this clearly, and I'm going to say it again. We are watching wrestling from a satellite company that uses wrestling to make money. It is not a company that is making wrestling to make money. There is a difference between making money and using something to make money. There is complete difference. And that's what we're getting now. We are now getting even NXT, which has the basic booking. Basic, not like extravagant booking. Basic booking 101. The D'Angelo family was a good booking. What happened to Chase U wasn't the greatest booking, but at least it was solid enough that you can understand it. Here, can they coexist? That's all we get. It's bullshit. And I hate it. And I have to say it what it is. Most of the show was perfectly fine except for a couple of things I didn't agree with. But this is going to stick in my craw. This is bullshit. But it's just me. I hope you enjoy this. I'm about to say TNA. You see, this pissed me off. NXT review. Please give me a comment below. Please give me a give me a like, maybe. Peace.